And I could see all these different attitudes, and some of them in the cages were sort of really sleepy, and they were just kind of lying there, and I was like, well, I don't know if one of the sleepy attitudes would be alright. And then there were these really aggressive attitudes, they were jumping around, and I was like, I don't think I want to adopt one of those either. And I started thinking, well, I don't know, I mean, I figured whatever, oh, and then there was this other cage that had these like 6 really cute attitudes in it, and I thought, I could kind of feel like I want to adopt all 6 of those attitudes and take them home. And I was like, I don't know if I could really deal with adopting 6 attitudes, because even if I only adopt 1 attitude, then you know, it'll probably just get bigger and bigger, and then I'm going to have this big attitude, and then I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I'm really going to have this attitude problem. I had this neighbor who really had this attitude problem. At a certain point, the authorities came, and they decided that his attitude had to be put down. And since I really don't want anybody to put down my attitude, I figured I better not find myself in that situation. So I found myself asking the agency, well, maybe there's some other part of the place here where I should look in the adoption process, and maybe these younger attitudes aren't really for me. I should try to find an older attitude somewhere in another part of the store. And they were like, yeah, well, here's where we keep what we call the more mature attitudes. Most people don't want to adopt those. We end up having to put a lot of them to sleep. And but we really find that these more mature attitudes are, you know, oftentimes the ones that are best for adoption when people are looking to adopt one. So I saw one there that really seemed like it was a, you know, it certainly was a kind of older attitude. It was, you know, definitely more mature, if that's the way that they wanted to say it. And I thought, well, maybe that one could kind of work for me. I mean, if I was looking for one, so I told them, you know, I'll take that one. So I did the paperwork, and I adopted this kind of older attitude. And but I said before I left, I was like, well, you know, I'm okay with taking home this older one, but is it healthy? I really don't want to walk out of here with having an unhealthy attitude. And they said, well, it'll be fine. So, you know, I think it's a healthy attitude for you to have, and I think it's really going to work out well for you. So I took it home, and you know, I was really happy. I've been really happy with my new attitude. And you know, my roommate's been out of town. I hope when he comes back, he's okay with my new attitude, because it's going to be there. We'll have to deal with it, and you know, it's been all right. I'm really happy. I've had a healthy new attitude, and it's really working out. Whatever I